Understanding the offensive and defensive part of the kitchen is a vital part of improving. The first part that we talked about before is understanding how to dink lower and longer to put yourself in an offensive positioning. But also we have to look at the flip side. What happens when we're playing those better players that make us move our feet, that get our heart rate up, that force us to break our posture? Because when our heart rate is up, our chances of popping the ball up skyrocket. And so what we want to understand in the kitchen is, what are the parts of it and when do you hit specific shots? The first half of the kitchen is known as the defensive zone. So whenever somebody is attacking you deep, it's okay in these drills to move your feet, but whenever someone's attacking you and you feel a lot of pressure, you want to dink higher and shorter and make it land in the defensive zone of the kitchen. By doing that, you can't be attacked anymore. If somebody takes a ball here and tries to kill it, it's going in the net or going out. On the flip side, when you're able to have a ball that you can lean in on and really hold it longer, you want to dink to the offensive part of the kitchen, which is the back half of the kitchen. And what we're looking for there is we're trying to make our opponent take an extra step, break their posture, pop the ball up, and then we can attack. The drilling that I like for that is, let's just say my partner is going to work on dinking to the offensive zone. I'm going to work on dropping it short to the defensive zone, higher and shorter. Here, I'm just trying to reset it and make it go right in that first half every time. It doesn't matter in this drill if you move your feet. What we're working on is taking a ball with pace, decelerating it, and controlling it back to a ball that neutralizes us in that kitchen zone. So I'm stepping back, I'm dropping here, going short. No matter where he hits, I'm trying to go short. Now, if I want to take it in the air, that's okay too, but I'm trying to take an offensive ball and put it in the defensive zone. If we switch up the drill and now I'm dinking deeper, he's going to try to hit it shorter. So what we're trying to do is really understand, based on where the ball lands, what our next shot is going to be. When I'm playing a point, the whole thing I'm looking for is where I'm hitting it in the kitchen, and based on where I hit it, what kind of shot am I going to get back? So whenever my opponent goes deeper into the offensive zone, I'm going shorter into the defensive zone. If he hits deeper with no pace on it and I can hold that ball longer, I'm going to dink longer and then reach forward. So one shot in pickleball always pulls us into our next shot. So if I'm able to take a ball that's a little bit higher, hold it, now I'm going forward and I'm looking for that high ball. And the difference really is just levels of players. So if you're playing a player that is a really good player that can dink lower and deeper, those are the ones I'm on my back foot that I have to drop it short in the defensive zone. But if I'm playing a player that sits the ball up high and I feel no pressure, well, then it doesn't matter. I could take any ball and I can dink it deep into the offensive zone of the kitchen. Every ball I want. And when I get the high ball, I can easily put it away. And that's why it's so important when we're dinking to understand how to hold that ball and keep it lower and longer. By doing that, we're creating pressure. We're forcing them to break their posture. We're forcing them to change their contact point. And on the flip side, when it happens to us, it's knowing how to handle it. It's knowing how to take that pace, absorb it, and drop it short into the defensive zone of the kitchen to reset the point. So again, to sum it up, really think about the defensive zone, which is the half of the kitchen, the first half, and the offensive zone, which is the back half of the kitchen. When you're able to hold that ball longer, we're always aiming for the offensive zone to break somebody's posture, look to attack. Whenever we feel the pressure coming on us, when we don't know what shot to hit, when we feel like someone's going to drive the ball and drill us, we want to drop it short in the defensive zone. By doing that, no matter who you're playing, you're buying yourself time, you're staying alive in the point. It's not about hitting hard, it's not about how quick you can hit a shot, it's about resetting and getting back into positioning so that your paddle can be in front of you and you can be in the right spot to hit the smart shot the next time.